You know that feeling, right? When you wake up in the middle of the night and something just feels off. A kind of cold that has nothing to do with the air in the room. Well, tonight's story starts with that exact feeling, and it goes somewhere I promise you will not see coming. So let me ask you, straight up, what would you do? What would you do if your phone lit up with a message from someone who says they're you, but from tomorrow?
Well, for a man named Ethan Cole, this isn't some hypothetical question. This is real. It all starts for him at exactly 2:17 in the morning. You know, the dead of night, when everything's quiet, and the buzz of a phone can sound like a gunshot.
He's half asleep, totally out of it, probably assuming it's junk mail. But then he reads it, a simple, direct command from a number he's never seen before. Don't go to work tomorrow. Confused, a little irritated, he types back the only thing that makes sense. I mean, it's a fair question, right? Some stranger texts you in the middle of the night. But the answer he gets back, well, it's not fair. It's not reasonable. It's not anything he could have prepared for. And just like that, boom, his whole world just tilts. It's gotta be a prank, right? It has to be. But there's that tiny voice, that little sliver of what if, that makes him push back. He asks for proof, and the proof he gets is absolutely impossible. And think about that for a second. What would it take to convince you that you were talking to your future self? It would have to be something nobody else could possibly know. Something secret. Something you've maybe even forgotten yourself. You can just imagine the blood draining from his face. That story, he hasn't told anyone that story in years. He slowly forces himself to look down at his wrist. And there it is, a faint white line. A memory he thought was long buried, now staring back at him from a phone screen. Before he can even begin to process this, the next message comes through. And this one hits different. It's a warning, yeah, but it's wrapped in this deep regret. It's like someone is desperately trying to fix a mistake they've already made. And then, nothing. The messages stop, leaving Ethan alone in the dark with an impossible decision. So, what does he do? Come on, you know what he does. He listens. He calls in sick. And soon, the messages become his guide, his own private guardian angel, steering him clear of one disaster after another. But what starts out as protection, well, it slowly starts to feel a lot more like control. And the stakes just keep getting higher. On Tuesday, a text tells him to avoid the subway. He finds out later his train was stuck for hours. Okay, an inconvenience. But then, Thursday, a warning not to use the elevator in his building saves him from a gas leak. By Friday night, a message tells him to ignore any knocking at his door, and moments later, he hears police sirens wailing right outside. Every warning that comes true just pulls him in deeper, making him trust it more and need it more. And this, right here, is the really crucial part. That helping hand has become a leash. Ethan has basically surrendered his own free will. He doesn't decide what to eat, which way to walk, who to talk to, not without checking the phone first. He's safe, but is he free? So just as Ethan gets comfortable in this new, guided life, the whole tone of the messages, it just flips. It takes a sudden, dark turn. His protector is about to make a demand and reveal its true intentions. The message just says, "You need to let me replace you." Just let that sink in for a second. All the help, all the life-saving warnings, it was never about saving his life. It was about taking it. The goal wasn't protection. The goal was substitution. And then, to really twist the knife, the sender plays a masterstroke of manipulation. The next text says, "I trusted the messages too much." Can you believe that? It's framing itself as a victim too, creating this weird, confusing bond, even as it's trying to erase him. So, just when you think things cannot possibly get any stranger, his phone buzzes again. A new message thread. He looks at the screen, and this time, it's not from an unknown number. The sender is him, his own contact. A second voice has just entered the fight. And suddenly, he is caught in the middle of a war for his own mind, and it's all happening over text. Two different threads, two voices, both claiming to be him, and both calling the other a liar. The original sender says he wants out, but the new one, from his own number, pleads, "Don't listen to him, he's lying." I mean, who do you believe when both of them are you? The new sender, the one from his own number, he paints this desperate, terrifying picture. He says he's from even further in the future. He followed every instruction just like Ethan's been doing, until there was nothing left of it. He became a puppet, an empty shell with someone else pulling the strings. At this point, his sanity is just hanging by a thread, caught between these two warring versions of himself. And that's when a final message comes through from the original sender. It's not a warning. It's not a plea. It is a simple, terrifying instruction. Just that. Look in the mirror. And he feels this pull, something he can't fight. His head turns, almost mechanically, towards the bathroom. His heart is just hammering against his ribs. What in God's name is he about to see? He looks into the glass, and for a second, everything's normal. It's just him. He's pale, he looks terrified, but it's him. He lets out this shaky breath of relief, thinking maybe this was all just in his head. And then that relief just freezes solid into pure horror. He takes one small step back from the sink, but his reflection doesn't move an inch. It just stands there, watching him. The laws of physics just shattered in his bathroom. The thing in the mirror is wearing his face, but it's not him. It's something else. And as he stands there, frozen, it looks right at him, and it gives him this cold, triumphant smile. As he's paralyzed, his phone lights up one last time. It's from the original sender. There's only room for one of us. This was never a rescue. It was an invasion. And for the final sickening twist, at exactly 2:17 a.m., Ethan hears the familiar buzz of a new message coming in. Except, it's not coming from the phone in his hand. The sound is muffled. It's coming from the hand of the smiling man on the other side of the glass.